Hello, my fellow Nigerians. See what and hear what Isaac Asabo is saying. He said, "No food for lazy man." In Nigeria, lazy men join politics and eat, while hardworking men starve. In Nigeria, the adage "no food for lazy man" has long been a moral compass used to emphasize the value of hard work, self-reliance, and diligence. It is the mantra that has motivated generations to pursue a honest living, however difficult it may be. But in today's political landscape, this saying has been turned on its head, as politics seems to have become the refuge of those who seek to avoid the very hard work the phrase was meant to encourage in the Nigerian today. The lazy have found a short cut. They join politics, accumulate wealth, and live in opulence, while hardworking men starve. Historically, politics in Nigeria was seen as a noble calling. Leaders such as Nnamdi Azikiwe, Obafemi Awolowo, and Ahmadu Bello were statesmen who served with a sense of duty and a commitment to building a better nation. However, over time, the noble deeds with guided Nigeria's earliest leaders have eroded. Politics today has become a lucrative industry, a ticket to instant wealth rather than a platform for public service. It has transformed into a game of personal enrichment, leaving hardworking Nigerians who cling to the ideas of hard work and merit disillusioned and impoverished. What makes Nigerians' political class so intriguing is the way they make politics seem like a full-time occupation, requiring no qualifications, skills, or even dedication to any discernible cause. As long as you know how to play the game, you are in the system. Has become you are in this. The system has become such that even individuals with questionable backgrounds or with no history of competence are absorbed into the political machinery and rewarded with immense wealth. All it takes is the right connections, loyalty to the right godfathers, or the ability to manipulate and the system. There is no other profession in Nigeria today that guarantees as much wealth with so little effort as politics. Politicians often spend a fraction of their time in office on governance, leaving the serious work to bureaucrats while they chase business interests, trot, and accumulate properties at home and abroad. Meanwhile, the hardworking teacher who spent 30 years in the classroom, the farmer who toils under the hot sun, or the civil servant who shows up every day to a poorly paid job can barely afford to survive. According to a report by The Economist, Nigerian lawmakers are among the highest paid in the world, earning more than counterparts in wealthier countries such as the United States and the United Kingdom. A Nigerian senator, for instance, earns an estimated 13 6.5 million monthly in running costs, aside from their basic salary and allowances. Yet, Nigerians minimum wage is a meager 30,000 naira, a sum that cannot even sustain an average family in today's economy. Where does this wealth come from? For many Nigerian politicians, the answer is simple: contracts, inflated budgets, kickbacks, and in some cases, outright embezzlement. These are the methods by which those who would otherwise struggle to make a living outside politics suddenly became millionaires. The over-politicization of the Nigerian economy has far-reaching consequences. The over-bloated political classes sucks resources away from vital sectors such as education, healthcare, and infrastructure. The system is set up in such a way that hardworking Nigerians are forced to subsidize the lavish lifestyles of politicians through taxes, while the services they desperately need remain underfunded. For instance, Nigeria's healthcare system is a state of disrepair, with poorly paid doctors and nurses forced to strike to demand better conditions, many of them frustrated by the lack of opportunities and a home, have fled the country in search of better paying jobs abroad. Yet politicians have no such worries. They simply board the next available flight to London, Dubai, or New York for medical care, with the cost often borne by the states. Similarly, in education, public schools are underfunded, and the teachers remain some of the most underpaid workers in the country. Meanwhile, the children of the political class are often educated abroad, and when they return, they are slotted into positions of influence, perpetuating the cycle of inequality. Despite the obvious economic inequality, Nigeria's political class loves to pontificate about hard work. Politicians often speak of the need for Nigerians to work harder, be more resilient, and show more patriotism. But the hypocrisy of these statements is glaring. How can a politician who has enriched himself through dubious means tell the struggling workers to work harder? How can a lawmaker who spends more time abroad than in the legislative chambers lecture Nigerians on the values of diligence and responsibility? This false narrative of hard work is further propagated by a culture of sycophancy in the political arena. Many politicians surround themselves with praise singers and bootlickers who perpetuate the idea that they have worked for their wealth. These praise singers often themselves hope to be rewarded with appointment or contracts, reinforcing the cycle of political patronage, while the lazy bask in the spoils of their political positions. The majority of Nigerians live in poverty, according to the National Bureau of Statistics. Over 133 million Nigerians are living in multi-dimensional poverty. lacking access to basic necessities such as healthcare, education, and shelter. These are the people who, despite their hard work, are unable to break the cycle of poverty because the system is rigged against them. My people, this is what is happening. What do you suggest? In the comment section, feel free to say your opinion. Love, share, and subscribe to this channel. Like. God bless Nigeria. Thanks and God bless. Amen.